In this video, I'm going to show you the correct way to automate your volume changes in Ableton, because I promise you, for all my beginning producers out there, you're probably doing this wrong. Now, this is my track Capoeira off my new album Brazil. I'll play you a little bit of it. I know, some shameless self-promotion, but then let's get into it. So I'm going to play it now. Here's the big thing that a lot of people mess up. Now you can see right here that I have this a bit quieter, because it's right before the drop, and then boom, it goes here, and then of course on the drop, it's a little bit louder, specifically by 2 decibels. Now what a lot of people do when they first start producing, like say you want to make something quieter and then louder, or vice versa, whatever, they go here. So they say, okay, I'm just gonna turn this off for now. So they go, okay, I'm gonna do this, right? And then I'll do that, and then I'll turn this down, right? So it goes like this. Right? Then it goes into it like that. Do not do that. Here's the main reason why. This comes down to something called mixing. Definitely a whole other subject for a whole other video. Mixing is a whole craft in of itself. The best way I can describe mixing in the most simplistic way is how loud are things in relation to one another. So let's say I am doing this track, doing everything I'm doing right now, arranging, producing, mixing, blah, blah, blah. And I realize, you know what? This is just a bit too loud on the drop. Or maybe it's too quiet, right? So I want to turn it up. Now, once I do this, boom, you notice this goes gray. So if I click this now, well, it goes back to red. So if I want to turn this up a bit using this feature right here, what happens is it automatically, given the way Ableton works, takes off this automation and now sets it automatically to, let's say, whatever I have it here. This can be very, very frustrating if, let's say, I want the whole, let's say, Berman Bow section to be louder or quieter than all the other elements in my track. This is why I suggest to use the utility function. So I'm going to delete this. Let's get rid of it. Here's what you do. You're going to go into your audio effects right here. By the way, huge pro tip. You can do either like this, right, and find it, or like this. I like this better. I feel like for people who have used Ableton for a while, they probably like this better. But anyway, all I'm going to do is I'm going to click utility and drag it in, as I've done here. And then I'm going to turn this on now. And as you can see, I can adjust the gain here. So in a sense, these two things are doing the exact same. So if I turn this down to, let's say, 2 decibels, or if I do this, in a sense, they're doing the same thing by just turning it down or up. However, with this, though, you can see I can show the automation now. I have it going down 2 decibels, or excuse me, negative 2 decibels, right? And it goes back up to the normal amount, so back to 0. So it sounds like this. Now it goes a little bit higher. That way, this is a bit quieter. Now, let's say if I do want to turn this up or down, you notice this is still fine, right? So let's say if I want to boost this up to here now, bit louder. The automations that I had, the volume automations, are not affected by that. And especially too, let's say I have a lot. Let's say it's something like this, and it's going up and down, and it's doing some weird thing like this. If, let's say, I do want to adjust this entire track and make it quieter or louder, you notice, yeah, it's doing that for the entire track overall, but it's not affecting the actual volume automations. So any single time you're doing any volume automation, don't do it here. Only do it using the gain function on utility.